Well, just quickly, just while we're waiting for DeFi Ryan, just to quickly mention, because I've obviously spoken to Adrian, he sends his apologies. He's obviously dealing with a family situation at the minute with his wife in hospital currently at the minute. It sounds like she's on the mend though, so he should be back fully next week. But again, he just wants to send his apologies because obviously he doesn't want to have the reputation for not coming on AMAs or anything. He's usually about every single week, but yeah, it's just been a funny one for him. So yeah.
What? I wasn't listening.
I was just mentioning about Adrian not being here. Just saying, he's just dealing with a current sort of family situation.
Well, DeFi Ryan's here now, so.
Hello,
Welcome,
mate.
DeFi Ryan.
Hello.
Hey guys, what's going on?
It's
Hey,
going.
bud, how's it going? Hang on, I'll turn video on. Hang on.
I ain't turning mine on. Don't you think about that? It's not happening.
Oh, there I am. Hello.
Wow, look at that full beard. Man's been growing.
Oh, Jesus.
He's older now, guys.
Did the sun hit your face?
I've been working outside a lot this week.
He's no longer Captain Smith. He's Grandpa Smith. He's grown.
Smith.
Yeah, slight sunburn, but whatever.
Hey, who bought the dip? Who bought the dip?
I'd say I bought the dip.
But, sorry, where you?
No, I was gonna say I bought the dip, but then it dipped a little more, so I bought that one too. But then it dipped a little more, so I bought that one too.
Same here,
I did
guys.
manage to get a little bit of KTO and some ETH, definitely at this point. But we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Just have to keep an eye at the minute.
How about you, Ryan? How's life treating you? How's the crypto world treating you?
Hey, man, I'm kind of just like you guys, so I'm feeling it too, man. But I'm definitely any dry powder I have, I'm trying to pick up, especially Ethereum and KTO looks good right now. So, I mean, obviously KTO long term is going to be good. So anything at these levels is great. But yeah, man, I did buy a little bit of the dip.
Yeah, and I think in America they call it the dip, but in London they call it the flat. You okay there, Smith? You look a little worried.
Oh, I'm good. I was just looking at some messages I just then got sent. That's all right. Not to worry. But yeah, I guess we can make a start. So yeah, apologies again for Adrian not being able to be here. He'd have loved to have been here, but he's just dealing with a family situation at the minute. Obviously, the current state of crypto at the minute, these are things we couldn't, or I don't think anyone in the market particularly foresaw the situation with Luna and stable coins that aren't backed properly. Being attacked. Obviously, there's a vulnerability there that's being exploited, and it's a very interesting time for crypto. As Nappers was saying, it is interesting. It's definitely an opportunity, I would say. In terms of KTO, I mean, I think we're holding quite well considering the situation. And again, I mean, I've said this a million times. This is all short term. Long-term project, long-term goals. We're not stopping what we're doing. It's the chart is the chart, and we will recover. We will bounce back with Ethereum at the same time. But as I say, it's holding relatively well given what's going on. And of course, we've continued to be in contact with Tech Alchemy this week, and things are progressing there. Obviously, you know, our funds are in the form of Ethereum, but we've got enough set aside to keep us going anyway, and move forward. And we've got alternative methods of paying things also, so we are covered in that sense. But yeah, it's just a strange time in the market, but nevertheless, we are managing to sort things out and sustain ourselves. So yeah. I think if anyone wants to jump in and ask any questions about anything that's happened this week, or anything in regards to project progress, or anything to do with the project or outside of the project, then sure, go ahead, shoot.
I have a question. Well, it's not more about KTO, but more to DeFi Ryan. If I know there's a lot of people that maybe still new to who he is. I've known him for a while. I think I've seen some of his content, but if you can give us sort of the 411 on a good old DeFi Ryan there.
Hey, so I've started investing a few. I want to say, like, you know, during 2020 in the pandemic, in crypto specifically. And I made some money on like Shiba Inu and stuff like that. So I'm a YouTuber, if I didn't say that. But I decided to like take my passion of investing, period, into crypto now. I used to trade stocks, kind of got into AMC, made a lot of money on that, and also lost some money too. But at the end of the day, like I really found something I could relate to with crypto. So I like the opportunities. I went into Shiba Inu after like AMC and all that. I went into I didn't really get into the stable coins. I went right into like even unfortunately SafeMoon. I was in that for a little bit, but not long. And then I went into, after the Shiba Inu thing, kind of made some money on that. Went into like Saitama for a short time. That didn't work out so well. And then I got into the Shibnobi, and that's how I heard about KTO. And you know, Shibnobi, and they're pretty transparent project, and the fact that they had a good reputation as far as that is why I started looking into KTO. So I like KTO and what they believe in, and what they're trying to do, and that's why I decided to like partner with them and then work to see how we could spread the KTO brand, the token, and I like what I'm seeing with KTO. So that's where I'm at right now in my investing tenure right now. So it's KTO, Ethereum. I still hold Shibnobi. And I gotta say, I mean, right now, if anybody's on right now, these are the times when you see these bloodbaths and stuff like that. You don't want to buy on green days. You really want to buy when there's fear out there. So that's kind of where I'm at. I do YouTube videos and review certain tokens. You know, sometimes they're popular, sometimes not so popular, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my story.
Yeah, I imagine similar to a lot of the guys in here, and similar to ourselves, the development team, in, you know, our movement from various projects into sort of micro projects, and then you know, that's the thing, and exactly as you were saying, you know, go from stocks to crypto. Crypto is very much a market in its infancy still, so there's such a huge potential for growth. There's so much room for growth, that I think that's the main pull for crypto. Yes, it's volatile, but it's due to the fact that it's not regulated, and that's why you've seen these things happening currently. The whole situation with Luna, that's you know, it seems to me, I don't want to confirm anything because I've only read what I've found out about it. Those aren't confirmed sources, 110%. But it seems to me like a lot of it's insider trading, which in stocks would be a big no-no, but in crypto that's okay. I think, and that's the thing about this project, we're going to be 110% ahead of these regs and the ever tightening belt around crypto and how it's always going to change and progress. As we say, it's in its infancy. So we're trying to future-proof the project and stay ahead of the game, stay ahead of regs, and offer as much safeguards and security as possible, especially in building this the centralized exchange.
Yeah, I've got a question. You might not have the answer. Has there been any progress around or discussions around what the payment schedule will look like, or what the ideas you guys are tossing around when it comes to staking and payouts? Are you guys? Well, I'll let you finish.
Well, as in terms of staking, what's in our white paper is what we're on course to produce currently. But yeah, we are continuing to discuss further options and extra incentives. Obviously, NFT staking and applying an NFT and getting bonuses, that's something we've set out and work towards to add additional benefits towards staking. But we're looking at other things as well. There's definitely discussion being had currently, and it's everything we've stated in the white paper. It's all coming, but yes, we're going to have a few more surprises as well as we approach the alpha and the beta phases of the exchange.
Yeah, I guess I should clarify my question. I'm really looking for clarity around. So 6 months, I stake. It's what, I don't know, 10%. I forget what's in the paper. Am I expecting a 10% return on initial investment value calculation or ending value calculation, or are you going to use an aggregate throughout the 6 months? And then, I guess that's what are those discussions being had? Because I'm okay with it being locked. And I'm okay with not getting like weekly or monthly payouts if it's on an appropriate valuation.
Yeah, in terms of the staking, so we're still looking also for a way to implement the sort of weekly or monthly payouts. That won't be available at the start, but later on when we have the card available, we might implement a way where you can get the payouts straight to your card. However, that's still sort of just an idea. As for the staking rewards you will be getting, so they will most likely be on the initial investment rather than changing appropriately as the staked tokens as value changes, which can be looked at both good and bad. Because if the token goes down, you're still going to keep receiving the same APR that you would have if it had kept the value that it was when it was staked by you. But if it goes up, you won't be getting higher APR. However, once the staking period ends, the tokens are still going to be worth however much their value has gone up or gone down. That's going to be static, the amount of tokens.
So I'm going to take over the AMA.
All right.
So
You're all
in the white paper, right? It says I'm allowed to unstake at any time. Are you guys going to put a timeout on restaking? Because if I gain over a week or a month and I gain 1,000% on my initial investment, why would I not just unstake and restake immediately so I get a 20% on 1,000% return or inflation in value? That makes sense.
Yeah. We've thought about that, and there will most likely be a timeout. Not sure how much yet, but it will probably be also a stacking timeout. So the first time it's not going to be as long, but if the same sort of account uses the emergency unstake function multiple times, it will, like the freeze period where you can stake again, will sort of extend each time. Also, it might be just token white, but we're not sure about that yet. It will probably be on all staking. So maybe the first time it will be like a couple of days, and the second time a week or something. Don't quote me on this. I'm just throwing out ballpark ideas.
No, I appreciate you guys are having a discussion. I do like that progression phase. That's actually a great idea.
Yeah, and just to add on that really quickly as well, obviously one of the earlier sort of conversations we had with Tech Alchemy, one of the things they do with a lot of projects they're working on, and they're producing a utility like this, they set aside a good period of time to stress test. And then on top of stress tests, which they take very seriously, we have beta and alphas. So if there's anything we somehow didn't pick up on, then yeah, people outside the team would be able to take a look at it and implement any improvements or spot any errors. But yeah, absolutely, that's something that we've definitely set aside and allocated time for within development, stress testing and making sure there aren't any exploits or anything. And then, of course, it's all going to be audited at the end by Certec. So.
Oh, nice. Now my last question is around the actual payment. Are you guys creating like a reserve or like a treasury to hold trading fees and then distributing? How, I guess, can you walk us through how you're planning on storing and then executing trading fees, especially if it's not like on a weekly or monthly and it's semi-annual and all of this?
Yeah, sure. So we will have the amounts staked at any time relative to. Hold on, let me restart that. So depending on the amount staked on the platform as a whole and the rewards that are coming in sort of all the time, the exchange will automatically calculate like how much will that require in a month, for example, and then it will automatically allocate the funds to sort of a treasury for the payouts, and then any remainder after that is going to be transferred to other places, such as further development and treasury, which is like a reserve outside of the treasury, which is specifically allocated to the payouts from staking.
And then how transparent and public will you be with those addresses?
I mean, we're all about transparency, so I don't see why not even have them completely public. I don't think any other exchange is doing that, but I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason not to do that. I think that's obviously something we'll have to talk to TA about a bit more extensively. But yeah, as Jan's saying, I don't see why not.
Awesome. That's it for me, guys. I gotta eat my burrito now.
Thanks for your questions, Nappers.
Cheers, Nappers. Great questions as always, mate.
I had someone message me yesterday who wanted to ask his question, but yeah, they don't want to necessarily ask it on. They want to stay anonymous, so I'm asking it for them. But they wondered whether it would be possible for KTO to find out more information about being listed on Binance Launchpad, where you could apply to be a part of their token launch platform. I don't really know a lot about it. They wanted to put the idea out there to the devs, and then obviously you guys can look into it. But I have gone, and they have sent me the application form to do it. So I don't really know what it's all about, but Yes, they've just said about having a look at it.
Yeah, sure. Any opportunity to get the message out there and put the token forward? Yeah, absolutely. Something we'll definitely look into. Yeah, please send that through and we'll take a good look at that.
Of course.
If anyone else has any questions, feel free to jump in.
How's the name of the exchange coming along?
Still working on that one. I've actually got something to show, if not. So in the background, me being sneaky, I'm working with someone. They've been working on something. I thought it could take a minute to show it off. Maybe. Can I share my screen?
Cool, yeah.
Let me just make sure I hide all my important info. How can I do this? Hold on. Yeah, I'll launch an incognito window. And I can't hide that. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Hold on, just shut up.
What's going to come up now?
Leave me a minute. Where is it? There it is. Don't worry, it's not porn or something like that. No, don't do that. That's just not funny. Okay, someone give me their address, like their wallet address. Doesn't matter who. Just pop it in, pop it like, pop it in the chat. Yeah.
Cool.
Check this out. What do you think of this? Actually, hang on. Do I put this one here? I believe. Actually, I won't say whose wallet this is, but point of this is what it says. It shows the reflections you get and receive, and it's pretty cool. It's made by Nahana. And still working on it a little bit, but when it's done, you guys should try it out. You'll know what you get and what you receive and what you take. You got all the ether scans for it as well. It's pretty neat. I just think it's cool. Yeah. So we'll work on it a little bit more, and it's pretty much almost ready to go. But yeah, when it comes out, enjoy. It's cool. I don't know if Nahana's listening, so I mean, if he wants to speak about it, he can. Nahana, if you're there.
Yeah, it's looking really, really smart. Look.
Yeah, come on, talk. Your mic's on. Talk about it.
You don't have to.
Yes, he does.
Oh, I was muted on my. No, my mic was muted. I was talking, but my mic was muted on my headset. Yeah, So yeah, I mean, basically what Kat just said. It just pop your wallet in, and you can see what your reflections are. It pulls the data straight from Etherscan. It does a list of everything you've sent, sold. So if you were, that wallet looks like they're only holders. If there was a sell, it would show that as well. So it does the full transactions of your buys and sells of KTO and your total reflections you've received. So it just makes it easy to kind of see the nice stuff.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying about crazy community input. That's awesome, man. That's brilliant. It's really smart.
And the up in the top right, there is a link to the GitHub
link.
So it's all public. So you can see, nothing is stored. Nothing is like you put your wallet in and boom, that's it. It just pulls it straight from Etherscan. That's it. But yeah, the code's public, so anybody can look through it if they want to.
That's really cool.
Yeah, have a little bit more beta testing, and then we can send out the link to it. Yeah.
Legend.
Thank you, Dad.
Of course.
It looks like Ryan's here with us, right? I guess someone wants to ask Ryan a question. Let's see.
Bring it on.
Stop
for
sharing
Ryan,
now, I think.
Huh?
I've stopped sharing now, I hope.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Good.
The address now.
Let's see. I'll just go through a couple of these questions, and then that way you guys can continue with the streaming, Cat. No face reveal, though. All right. Ryan, would you consider yourself an influencer? And also thoughts on the witch hunt, headhunting toward the established influencers?
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm hearing typing at the same time, so I was like, "What was the question again?"
Sorry.
Cats, goddammit. Would you consider yourself a quote-unquote influencer? And also, what are your thoughts on the witch hunt toward the established influencers?
I don't consider myself an influencer. I'm just a regular guy that kind of got a following on YouTube so far. I've been doing it for like 4 or 5 months, and as I've been doing it, I've noticed a lot of things, that happen. There's some healthy things that I like, as far as community building and stuff like that, getting the word out on projects. But there is definitely a dark side to that stuff. And I have, don't get like, there has been projects that have offered me, an opportunity to work with them, but I just didn't believe in the project, and I didn't take it up, even though there probably was money involved. So I don't just because there is money, or if there is money, maybe, it doesn't mean I'm going to just talk about any project. So I'm kind of more of I kind of tell the guys what I'm doing with my investments, whether I win or lose. And I kind of like just keep people updated on the market and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I always preach doing your own due diligence, and even then, you can still get caught in the line of fire. So you really gotta invest what you're willing to risk. I'll give advice on that, just to make sure you're not in over your heads when you're investing anything, and just stay safe, because crypto it could get dark sometimes, and we have to be prepared for that. And we also have to take advantage of those times with to see the good side of it. But yeah, as far as an influencer, I don't even have. I have a few. I'm trying to get 5,000 subscribers now, and I'm working on it. But I do notice the challenge from being a YouTuber, because you kind of want to, you don't want to be pessimistic, you don't want to be too optimistic, and you don't want to lead people down the wrong path, because it does take a toll. Every time you make a video, when people are hurt, and you're like, why are you guys hurt? Not me, you know what I mean? I sold the top, you know what I mean? Some people, and there is some people that do that kind of stuff, and I totally don't agree with it. Sorry for such a long answer, but that's kind of my perspective from my experience so far.
Gotcha. No worries. I understand that right now your mentality is really good. It's clean right now, only because for influencers, some of them, it gets to their head and their ego shoots to the sky. But for you, if you keep the same mentality, then people are going to love you for it. They're going to subscribe to you. KTO especially said that they'll go ahead. We do have fans of yours in Kounotori in the Discord. So you are the talk of the town some of the times, even though it's very few right now because of how small we are right now, but still, they're like, Ryan, he's a great guy. Oh, Ryan, I love him. Ryan, marry me. Anything like that.
That's good to hear. Anything positive in the community and in the space, I'm 100% for. And I believe I'm not really a loyalist to any specific token. I'm kind of just like seeing what's good out there, and making sure people are aware of good opportunities and other good people like you guys. So I enjoy the whole process. I'm gonna be honest.
Gotcha. Yeah. Big old thanks to the Des for that, and Kat for keeping the cool with everyone, especially right now. But yeah, I'll go ahead and start. I'm going to ask another question, but this is more for the project. But Ryan, if you ever have a question too, jump in, man. Anything that you may have that you want to ask about. Right here is let me pass to Telegram. currently the marketing wallet sells 100 billion KTO for Ethereum. Can this be turned down in the future when our price is a lot higher? For example, it converts 50 billion or 20 billion at a time. Martin, Johan?
Hello?
Hello. Sorry. Can you ask that again? Sorry, my earphone's gone strange.
All right. Currently, the marketing wallet sells 100 billion KTL for Ethereum. Can this be turned down in the future when our price is a lot higher? For example, it converts 50 billion or 20 billion at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. That can be changed. And it was actually changed. Originally, when we launched, it was like, I think, 500 billion. And
yeah,
it was selling far too much. So we tuned it down to 100 billion. And as we keep going up, it will be turned down. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Johan. I appreciate your voice, man. Planning giveaways for spots for beta test to the CEX?
Yeah, absolutely. I think. Sorry, I'll answer if you like. Yeah, we were planning to do giveaways, and I think what would be really handy is getting people from within the community and trying to get people from outside as well, so that you don't have just a biased perspective. You're getting an outside perception on what we're doing and what we're building as well. Varying between people who are experienced with crypto and experienced with exchanges and people who are perhaps new to it, just so we can get everyone's opinion. But yeah, absolutely, yeah, we'll definitely look at doing giveaways and offering spaces to look into it for people within the community. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you want to say something. I heard you start talking.
No, I was just going to say the same thing, basically.
Okay. And then right here, we have... There we go. Discord is moving up. Telegram's moving up on me. Will there be an option? Reflection. Okay, that reflection viewer looks awesome. Will there be an option to view multiple wallets and see total reflections for them? And I guess this question is to Nahana. Nahana Banana.
Yes. Oh, you said it right this time. Look at that. Sorry. Yeah, that's definitely something that I've thought about doing, and I'm planning on potentially doing something like that. So you could just put in multiple ones and see them all. So yeah.
All right, thank you. And I apologize for the stream, man. I know I was trying to say your name. I forget.
It brought me back to so many BattleNet lobbies of people just Nahana banana na 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 na. So no, it was all good. I loved watching you stream too. You did a great job.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. We'll have to have Johan and Martin stream one day.
Yes.
Yeah, we've still got to play Minecraft.
Well, that's right. Yeah. Because there's too much stream. No more Tekken, cat. We don't want to watch any more Tekken. So here we go. How will new members be able to get involved with Nintai NFTs? And what is the progress of the centralized exchange? Any other info that we don't know yet?
Regarding Nintai NFTs and new members, the only way to acquire Nintai NFTs is going to be by buying them off of someone else who has one at the moment or in the future. We won't be doing any further sort of events where we distribute Nintai NFTs. There might be some opportunities to get a Nintai NFT, but those won't be like more than a handful of NFTs distributed between now and the actual launch of the centralized exchange. And when we launch, there will probably not be any more Nintais minted. So sort of person-to-person purchases is the only way. And I think there was another part of the question, which I forgot.
That was so smooth. You were so professional, like Nintai's explanation, professionalism. And the second question, line. What's the progress of centralized exchange that we don't know yet?
Yeah, I think at the minute it's literally down to developer allocation. So we're still still in contact with various people within TA and putting the correct amount of developers on the front and back end of phase one. We've obviously been budgeted for that, and the payments are all set and ready to be paid. It's a bigger process than you might realise, because I think I've mentioned before, but a lot of these developers are really experienced guys, and they're being pulled from other sort of quite high end projects to work on our project. So it's been a matter of talking to those people and allocating them onto the project. And then in terms of progress with the project itself, I mean, we've been doing things in the background, like I say, setting up the company, looking into how exactly that is going to work. Obviously, it's been a bit of a strange week with crypto, the state of crypto, and of course, Adrian's had his troubles this week, which is not particularly set us back, but what I'd like to do is have these sort of internal agreed meetings with everyone, and it can be tricky if one of you is not about. But yeah, rest assured, we're working hard in the background and getting things all ready for development. And yeah, I'm really excited to get going.
Are you excited, Johan? Are you excited too?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, a little more energy than that. Yes, I'm very much excited.
Fuck yeah! There you go.
That's it. Cat's got it.
Your energy.
Well, Cat's got the energy, and all, from Johan, it's like, yes, I'm very excited. DeFi Ryan, anything you'd like to add, or any questions you may have? We do love your.
I did have a question. When you guys release the exchange, I'm assuming it's going to be on a website first, or is it going to be an app, or is it going to be both?
Web app initially is what we're working on, but yeah, absolutely, it will be optimized for mobile down the line once we have a better idea of the exact dates for that roadmap and when that will be delivered. Currently, we have it sort of set in phase 4, that sort of thing, and obviously sort of quality of life features, features that will help improve the interaction. We've allocated a period after phase 1, 2, and 3 of development for that reason, and implementing feedback based off of the beta phase. So most of the implementations will be made in that phase, and then obviously on the back of that phase, yeah, we're looking into pushing forward mobile optimization. So yeah.
So one more on top of that, as far as how some exchanges they allow you to link your bank and stuff like that. Is it going to be linked to the bank, or is it going to be like you have to like send tokens there to trade other tokens?
You'll be able to deposit any tokens that we support on the exchange from an external wallet, and then also you'll be able to connect your bank or use your card to purchase either stablecoins or to transfer fiat within your exchange account, or purchase the tokens that you want straight with fiat as well.
Great.
Very good. I agree.
Amazing.
Right. Anyone got any more questions, any comments, any beautiful words of advice? I see you, Panda. I see you want to say something. We link your debit card, right? I'm not sure if that was a. Oh, was I supposed to read that for you, Panda?
Oh,
there we go. All right, so I see here we've all caught up with the questions here. Anything that you'd like to bring up, Martin or Johan, or anything for your side there, Ryan, that we can help you out in your content?
I just want to jump in and say, you know, although the market and the current situation of the market is rough, we're doing our best to help you guys out with that. I mean, we made the announcement the other day that we've taken away buy tax for unspecified time. That's literally just help you guys who are already in the token and new investors who are looking to get into the token, just because things are so rough at the minute and so uncertain that it just gives you guys a bit more help and a bit more peace of mind. Regardless of how things go in the market, as I say, we've got funds set aside, we've got plans going ahead, and we're working away. So yeah, just want to go ahead and say that to you guys.
I'm currently checking right now, and actually, I actually do have something to say real quick. Martin, Johan, and Ryan, I'm sure you guys have noticed the huge issues with the crypto world lately. I don't want to name any names, but you saw what happened, right? Big news.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
you had to pay close attention, obviously. Yeah.
Everything, Terra, the UST, even Mana and a lot of those metaverse tokens really hit the floor, and that kind of caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, so in cases, the only reason I bring that up, not to take light away from KTO, but the reason I bring that up is, I mean, obviously KTO is connected to these cryptos in one form or another, and it'll take a dip as well. And the only reason I haven't sold is because if it's not KTO specific, which it never has been, then there's no reason for me to let go. So it's a lot of growing concern for a lot of holders who are still new to crypto, which I've only been holding for a whole year. I've only been in the crypto space for a whole year, and I do see the exact same thing. A huge dip, I think, happened in 2014 or 2017, and then it recovered much higher than that. So this has happened before, and for people to freak out, I understand their fear, but I feel like we're gonna look back at this and laugh and be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I was scared back then. Good thing I didn't sell."
Yeah, definitely. The amount of times I've been sitting there and especially as you say, a year or two ago, and looking at the charts and worrying, and then literally like a week later thinking, "Oh, why didn't I buy? What am I doing?" You know, that is the saying, isn't it? Hello, Ryan. How's it going, mate?
Oh, look, he's here.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Ryan, you're muted.
Oops, I went half live, but yeah, I just wanted to show my face so you guys can see I'm here. But yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the crypto, like you guys were saying, the people, like I remember back, I want to say like 2018, there was a lot of people who bailed on Bitcoin after seeing it hit 21 and it came back down to like 3,000. And that's a pretty hard pill to swallow when you're up that much and you come down. But you look a few years later, and like you said, it went up multiple times past 21. So if you thought you were up at 21 before, if you bought the dip, you would have came out a winner in hindsight. Even at these prices, you would have still been up. Even in the current crash, you would have still been up. So I think, I mean, I'm not negative about crypto, but you got to be realistic, and these things are necessary to get some people out the project that are people out of crypto that aren't necessarily real believers. You know what I mean? And yeah, you're gonna have whales, jumping in and out, but I'm a firm believer of buying the projects you believe in, buying the dip. Don't get scared. When you see a big red day, man, just close your eyes and just press buy. That's it. That's it, man.
Yeah, no, you definitely have a point. That's why Smith and Yohan and Gary and everyone always emphasize the same old tried and true statement. And I'm sure Kat has heard this many times too, because he's a well-known guy in the crypto community, that never look at the charts, ignore the charts, only spend as much as you're willing to lose, and invest wisely, only because of cases like this. When these days do happen, at least you'll mentally be stable and be like, okay, I'm fine, because I've lost only as much as I'm willing to lose. Basically, that mentality will help prepare holders to not freak out in cases like this. That's why they say, don't spend all your life savings on crypto, dude. Don't, because when things like this happen, they will happen, you're going to freak out more. That bubble's going to pop for you, and you're going to think you're losing out on money. That's why they want you to keep that mentality for these red days, so that if you sell on red and it goes back up, it's going to be worse off from there.
You're all right. You go ahead, Ryan.
No, go ahead. I talk too much.
Okay, I was just going to say, what was I going to say? I've done a Yohan. Absolutely. If you believe in crypto, if you believe in a project, personally, I think, as I said earlier, I think that we're in our infancy as a market, totally 110%. So long term, I don't think there's really an issue. But obviously, the project needs to have bones. It needs to be a good project. It needs to be something that you're interested in. If it's not, then you're not really invested into anything. I think we've given good cause to pique people's interest into what we're doing and what we're eventually going to build, and are in the process of building, who we're working with, and the people involved and their experience. So yeah, I think yes, absolutely. Times are tough at the minute in terms of the overall market, but as I say, KTO's holding up pretty well considering the circumstances, and we've got a long way to go yet. And I think people will look back at this point in the chart and this point in the future, and just they won't even believe it. To be honest, they won't believe the price. So, yeah, I think stick with it, guys. Stick with us, and we're going to carry on working. And the community in general, as I say, they're doing a fantastic job.
All right, thank you, Martin. I'll just say one last thing and leave it to you guys, because I know we all got stuff to do. We're hitting that 1 hour mark. But my last statement is, Captain Smith, Yohan, and Garyon, no matter what's been happening in the crypto market, the one thing they've never let go is the fact that they will establish this token on full transparency. Anything that happens, they'll be completely open and honest about it. It's definitely one of the biggest main attributes of Kounotori. So that's basically what I'm happy about for the project.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Yeah, and we'll continue to do it in any aspect possible. It was our goal from the start. As I say, we've been invested in the past. We know exactly what it's like in your position. So from the get-go, we just want to make everything as transparent as humanly possible, as physically possible, and to give you guys some extra security and some extra safeguards. And then obviously the project's early and it's in a volatile state currently, but that's literally just due to the fact that we're in our infancy. So yeah. If anyone has any other questions that they haven't got the chance to answer, then please write them in general chat or in Q&A. But I think we're going to wrap it up there. It's been about an hour. I think we've done an all right job. As I say, we will hopefully have Adrian next week around. And hopefully we can get a full AMA with the whole entire team next week. I'm not sure when we want to do that quite yet, but I'll keep you guys updated.
All right. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, let me know.
Thanks, guys.
Let me know when they're all in. All right.
Yeah, cheers, Ryan. Thank you for coming in.